Hi everybody, this is a video of the Superslim 4-foot fluorescent strip light. As you can see, this is another strip light I say from this social club where I go bingoing on a Sunday night. And as you can see, this is a super batten slim one, and it's exactly the same make as the strip light as what my nan used to have when she were alive. Now this one reminds me of my grandma, but hers used to be fitted with a T12 tube, but this one here is a T8 tube. And it's got the starter button just right next to the end cap with the twist and locking holders. And I've reassembled it up last week. I had a bit of a problem wiring it up, but it got wired up correctly though, so don't worry guys. Because it had the old ballast inside it. So when I took it home and I saved it with the other strip lights that I've done on YouTube the other night, the 2 twin packs and the Fitzgerald strip light, and this one is the Super Batten Slim. It hasn't got the proper name of the company on it. I don't know what name company this has on it. It's like a no-name strip light, but anyway, I decided to call it Super Batten Slim strip light. But as you can see, it's got this little nuts on it. But the trouble is, I'm not going to bother taking this one apart because it's a bit difficult, because I've done it once and it's hard to get it back together. And as you can see, it's got this rubber grommet. It's got the back plate on it that you have to take off to get inside, which is going to be a bit awkward. So I'm just going to leave it as it is. But all I'm going to do now is just look on the outside. On this outside part where them 2 thinner screws, that's where the ballast choke is fitted in, but it's fitted onto the fitting. You have to take it on, it's on the other way round, which is a complete gem. But anyway, last night I've done this last night because I put a clip to fit a capacitor in it, which it's done a good job. It works as usual. And I drilled a hole for this to put the earth wire on, to earth wire it, and that's the usual hexagonal nuts on it. So it holds the whole fitting in place. And it's got this, it's very aged though, because it's been on that ceiling for about over 30 years. And it's got that twist and locking holders, which that's one. And this one at this end. I know it's a little bit crumbled though, because I have to be careful with it, because it's a bit crumbled because it's old aged. But this little bit there where my finger's on, that's where that old wire terminal block is built on. I couldn't get that off, so I had to leave that on. So I put a nice new one in though. And it's the trouble is you can't take it off at the very front. You have to take it off at the back top, which is very awkward. So I'm not going to bother doing that. But it's earth wired though. It's got live and neutral. It's got most live on this side, and it's got neutral coming out of the end of that cap. So that's what it is. So but anyway, to tell a little story about this beautiful strip light, this old vintage strip light. My nana, my grandma, when she was alive, she had a strip light the same make as this one, the same principle, and it used to have the cable at the side of it, which that one has, and only which it's tilted a little bit, so I couldn't really put it up straight. It's like the strip light that my nana used to have when she was alive, and hers had a magnetic starter button in it. So anyway, let's take that starter button out so we can take a look at it, shall we, guys? So, oh, here we go. Oh, might have to. Hold on a sec, got it. Oh, I might have to turn it over, so that's it. It's easy to flip over because it's Super Batten Slim. So anyway, so this starter button here, it works though. It lit an orange colour, but as you can see, it says Hilux, made in Holland, SSU. What else does it say on it? Yeah, SSU, single 220 to 240 volts, 4-65 watts, which you can usually fit on 4 tubes in one fitting, and it's and I tested this fitting in this starter button, and it works fine. It doesn't look in very clean nick, because it's in more in a shiny nick, but it's showing a bit of age though, because it's nearly about nearly 40 years old, that. So it's been on the ceiling for about 30 or 40 years. And I asked them to save that one for me because it's part of one of the earliest memories, the same one as what my nan used to have in her kitchen area. And there's that starter button. Anyway, I'm going to put that starter back in, so guys. So, it's going to hold it. So I'm going to just put my foot towards it, so that'll hold it nicely in place. That's it. Clicked it on now, so It's a bit fiddly though. This, anyway, it's easy to pick up and carry it about, especially on a bus because it's 4 foot. It looked 4 foot when I saw it on the ceiling, and it was always being fitted with a T8 tube like it is there now. But it will fire up in 1 second or two. And another thing that looks like that matches with the fitting. This beautiful old vintage Crabtree light switch. Now that's the same light switch as what my nan used to have. Some of us had to have some of them replaced because they used to stiffen quite easily. Now this light switch I've got in my hand there, it looks like eyes, and it's easy to flick like this. And I decided to fit it with a nice square switch. Now this square switch, it reminds me of my same make as what my nan used to have when she was alive. And it's like made from the very mid and late 1970s and also early 80s. Switches like this were like delivered between the 70s and 80s before the new style came in, which I don't find as good. But this one is part of reminds me of my nan and her dog, but they're not there anymore. So anyway, guys, I'm going to fit this tube in. Alright, guys, I'm just gonna ready to put this tube in now. So. Alright, that's it now. That's one end I've got hold of it, so I have to just grab this piece of end here. So that's it now. Alright, need to rotate it, just make sure it either click. That's it, clicked on now. So I'll make sure it's fitted on nice and tightly and everything. Yeah, so I'll just go to the other end to make sure it's fully fitted on. So make sure it's fitted on perfectly, guys. So there you go. Oh yeah, it looks like I can see it now. Yeah, I can see the pins. I don't want to lift it because I don't want to break it. So guys, so anyway, guys, I'm going to turn it on at the main socket now. So right, I'm going to turn off the big lights now, everybody. So, and this is the first video of it with the T8 fluorescent tube and everything, everybody. So anyway, guys, once again, I'm going to turn off the big lights now. So right, that's it now. The big lights have gone out now, everybody. So anyway, guys, onto this super slim 4 foot strip light and everything, everybody. Ready? After 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow, and that did struggle to come on a little bit. So, and as you can see that starter button glowing on it, and it has come on a little bit dim, but it will brighten up eventually. So it does take its time though, but it is lighting up 36 watts bright and warm and everything, but it will go up to about 180 watts bright. But it is crackling a little bit, but it's just because it's already just started up. So I can see right at the very ends they're starting to get brighter, but in the centre still quite dark. And let's take a look at the etch on this fluorescent tube, guys. So as you can see, and as you can see on it, it says Philips Master, Philips Master TL-D 36 watt / 835 C2 made in Poland. Yeah, sorry about that. Made in Poland. And this strip light does remind me of my nana and her dog when she was alive. Yeah, and so as this good old light switch. So as you can see, yeah, and it's a nice. Looks like nice and clean though, and it's usually a lot of switches in this make. A lot of them used to stiffen when I used to touch and flick them. They used to hurt your fingers a bit. But this is like an old like 1970s and 80s made light switch, and it's a very, very beautiful light switch. Yeah. Oh yeah, it does definitely take me back my memories. But looking at this strip light, ouch. But looking at this beautiful strip light, it is a bit of a dingy colour, but that's as clean as it could get, really. But it is, it's not, I know it doesn't look that kind of bright, really, because it's only a 4 foot strip light, and it's fat and slim. So look up all around the ceiling and all the walls, it looks like more brighter. But as you can see, the starter button, when I look at that, it's just reminding me of my grandmother when I used to have a Cadbury's chocolate for my supper when I used to stay with her on a Friday night when she was alive. And when I look at this strip light, it's really taking me back my good old childhood memories. Now that takes me back memories, as well as that Crompton strip light does, that the one that my mum and dad used to have in their kitchen when before it got chucked away. But I think that strip light that used to be in my nan's house, I think that's got thrown away now. But at least this one is fully made up for it. So, and it's quite lovely slim. So, because it's usually, the fitting like this is usually made to be fitted with a T8 tube. You can tell with the twist and locking holders on it, and that's all it is. So, and that's all it is. So, anyway guys, I'm going to turn off this strip light and show you how bright the starter button glows. Here we go. Right, that's it now guys, the strip light's gone out now, so it's just a full blackout due to those blue LED lights being disconnected. So, anyway guys, all I'm going to do now is switch the strip light back on now, everybody. Here we go. Wow, and it has certainly blinked happy. The orange ends, that orange end of the starter, just fully lit a bright orange colour. Sorry, I have to get my tongue right, but it's lit my carpet a nice colour. But it is a standard white, but it looks more like a warm white tube actually. That's all it is. So, and it's got this little extensive ring. Well, it's like a U ring on it. You usually put an extension through it, and it shines like an N shape. But on the other way around, it's like a letter U. But it does remind me of back in the olden days. This fitting does, and I thought that's worth to keep hold of, even though. And that's only one strip light with a twist and locking holders I've got now. It's only just this one, when the rest of the other ones I've got are just capped straight on, straight away. So, and that's all it is, guys. So, well, anyway, guys, so as you can see now, the Superslim strip light has reached its full brightness at 180 watts bright and 36 warm and everything. Yeah, 36 watts warm and everything, guys. So anyway, guys, all I'm going to do now is switch off this strip light now. So, right, that's it now. The strip light's gone out now. So all I'm going to do now is switch the big lights back on now, everybody. Right, that's it now, guys. The big lights are back on now, everybody. So, anyway, guys, this is a video of the Superslim 4-foot fluorescent strip light and everything, everybody. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. So please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, everybody.